Hey guys, welcome to my live watch along. That didn't even, could barely get the words out. My live watch along for Arsenal versus Manchester United. We're also going to tap into Napoli versus Juventus as well, about 30 minutes in. Make sure you guys are liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Also, let me know in the chat how you guys are feeling, that you guys are here. Are you guys excited? Are you nervous? How you feeling? We'll go over lineups in just a moment. But yeah, let me know if you guys are tapped in, where you guys are watching from, all that kind of stuff. Score predictions, if you want to put those in there, more than, happy to read those out as well. I'm just still kind of setting up. I definitely got out of the bed probably like 20 minutes ago. Like I was struggling badly. So, these are the first words that I'm speaking to you guys. So yeah. I haven't even gotten a chance to get super nervous, but I'm sure in about 5 minutes it'll start to happen. Let's see. Let's see. I got Man United up here. Just need to set up the other one too. Oh gosh, Arsenal, just do what you need to do. I don't have it in me for anything other than a win. So there's that. Oh gosh. It's just, this is the worst fixture for me every single season. So I'm not really looking forward to it. I just kind of need them to win. I don't care how we do it. I don't care, if it's the ugliest win I've ever seen in my whole life. Just win. That's it. Okay, we got Juventus and Napoli up. We got this one up over here. Okay, we're good to go. User says, what's good, Jess? Let's go show something against manure. I mean, listen, this would be a good time to, kind of start getting some wins again in the Premier League. I think we've had two pretty underbaked performances. The last two times out, we drew, so we didn't lose, but yeah, it wasn't good enough. So I don't think anything outside of a win would be good enough. Like we can't just keep getting draws and acting like draws are gonna get us where we want to go. We have to beat them, and I think it would go a long way because it's a team that is oddly confident. They're confident today coming in after they beat who they beat Man City. And so that little, not little, it's a big derby win, but that derby win and a new manager bounce and all that is giving them like the confidence. And to be honest, like there's nobody more dangerous than Man United when they think that they're good. They don't even have to be that good. So, and they kind of have nothing to lose. If they don't win this game, of course they're playing for top four, but that scrap is just so uneven and so out of control that even losing today wouldn't mean that they don't have a good chance of getting into the top four, right? So I don't really think that they have much to lose, but we have everything to lose. And that's why I think personally I was so annoyed by the Nottingham Forest game because, you can't get those points back. So I won't, sit too long on it. But you get those 2 points, those additional 2 points, you're 9 points clear. Even if you don't win today, you have 2 games on Manchester City. If we don't win today, that makes it even more difficult. So I just think that we've put ourselves kind of in one of those situations where we have breathing room, but it's not as much as people are making it out to seem. So yeah, we kind of just have to win. And I wouldn't mind a good performance. Is that too much to ask? Like a good performance where we actually play good football and our energy is up. Like the last time that we played a big team in Liverpool, that was probably our worst performance of the season. And most of our really, except for like maybe Wolves, bad performances came against bigger sides. So let's just actually play and like do the best that we can. I think fans could stomach poor results a little bit more if we actually played well and the other team was just better than us on the day. It's often that the other team doesn't have to do much if they do get something to get something. And so at least make them fucking work for it. And at least play your heart out. If you are behind, make sure that you're, testing the keeper. If you are behind, make sure you're spamming crosses, you're throwing men forward, you're trying to do everything you can to win. Don't go out with a whimper. And if you're ahead, don't panic and give them a way back in. That's is that too much to ask? So this is a very nerve-wracking fixture. And so I'm hoping that Arsenal are up for it because I really do think Man United think they're good now, and it's just annoying. Leopold says, I don't care if we score with a hand of God. We just need 3 points. That's what I'm saying. I don't care. I don't even care if at the end of the game there's conversations about, oh, Arsenal just won on a set piece, or, Arsenal aren't that good. They're winning games, but they're not that good. I don't care. I just want to be winning. I would love a good performance. And I think most of the time, good performances do lead to wins, but I don't need the goals to be bicycle kicks or anything like that. I just need you guys to have a solid, composed performance that leads to 3 points. That's it. It's better to win one game and lose one game, gain 3 points, than draw two games, only 2 points. Yeah, no, I hear that for sure. I think that the draws hurt us. I think the draws hurt us because also it gives you a false sense of security that, well, we're not really losing, because then you have like some sort of unbeaten streak where, you have some draws mixed in with some wins. And it's like, yeah, but we're not really losing games, but you're dropping a lot of points. Oh, you are dropping like City, for in everybody's estimation, over the last couple of weeks have been in a mini crisis and have dropped quite a few points and somehow are still 4 points behind us after beating Wolves yesterday. And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, as bad as they've been, we've made it easy for them to kind of stay in the race by being just as bad as them while they're bad, So we'll get another opportunity to, I think, take advantage of them slipping, but not taking advantage of it in these last 2 game weeks has felt like kind of a mistake, so let's see. But yeah, definitely losing games. If you lose one and win one, I agree, it's better. The draws give you a false sense of security, and we talked about that with the Arsenal women as well the other day, that they've drawn a lot of games, so people are like, well, how can you complain? We're not really losing. And it's like, just because you're not losing doesn't mean you're not playing poorly and dropping points, so draws give you a false sense of security. Ash says nothing but a win is needed today. I agree. Let's play the team and not the badge. I do feel like we play the badge quite a bit. I think that is like very easily seen through some of our performances against the bigger teams this season. Against Man City, they were poor at that time. They came to the Emirates and sat back, and we gave them way too much respect. We gave Liverpool way too much respect, or whatever we did the other day in the game where it rained really badly. I don't know what we did at Stamford Bridge the first time when we drew. That was awful. And then against Man United, those games are always a lot closer than they probably should be. They haven't been good in years. And we've been like over the last, like, let's call it 3 years, they've been pretty much as bad as they've ever been. And we've been as good as we've been in a long time. And the games are always really close. And I get it that it's like, it's a top 6 fixture, so blah, blah, blah. But the fact that we haven't really slapped them yet is kind of annoying. Douglas says, "Hi Jess, I'm glad you're back. Missed you." Listen, I'm happy to be back as well. I just, I just need to get past this watch along. And you guys are gonna help me do that. because if I'm gonna have to freak out and watch this game, hopefully I can watch it with you guys and it's more fun. But I am glad I'm back, and I did miss you guys as well. I will be putting out a video um, in the next couple of days about the transfer rumors that have been coming out about Julian Alvarez and this Victor Valdepeñas and the Jan Diamande from RB Leipzig. So I will, put that out, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that. So don't think I haven't seen all those rumors. I do want to do like an actual like deep dive on it, and that will come out in the next couple of days. Burmy says, morning folks, looking forward to the watch along. And Ash says, we slapped them last game. They did nothing, and we had more than enough chances to score 4 or 5. I mean, it's just weird. It feels like the games are really, really tight though. Like last season, we beat them 2-0 at our place, and we drew 1-1 at theirs. The year before, we beat them 3-1 at our place, and then we must have beat them at their spot. I can't remember. And then the year before that, we lost 3-1 at their place, and then we beat them 3-2 at ours. So the games have been close. They have been close. And then obviously in the FA Cup, we were diabolical. So yeah, I think we just need to play better. I don't know how else to describe what we need to do, but we just need to play better, be more clinical, stop giving away late goals, things like that. And then just play your game, have energy, do what you need to do. Don't just try to score in the first 20 minutes. And if you don't score, stop trying, or whatever they do. I don't know what they do, but it does kind of feel like if they don't score in those first 5 minutes or first 20 minutes or whatever, that they just start managing the game until halftime. So I just want to see them kind of just go for it, and they don't have to make a statement. They just need to put in like a professional performance and win, and Yeri scored his first goal for Marseille against the French league leaders. I did watch that game. I did see his goal. It was good. And hopefully this loan works for him. I'm pretty, I didn't look at social media, so I'm sure everybody was perfectly normal about it. But I'm happy that he's doing well, and hopefully he gets the playing time that he needs and comes back to us next season ready to go. Ash says 2-0, and they had like 0.45 XG, and we had like 2+ XG with 4 or 5 big chances. You must be talking about the one at home where Kivior and Saliba started at the back. I think we scored off of 2 set pieces. But yeah, I mean, a 2-0 is not really a blaming either, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I would take a professional 2-0 like we did last season. I'll take that. I will take that. So that's better than what we've been doing this season. Play the game, not the occasion. Agreed. I mean, the only Big Six team that we've beat in the league so far this season is Tottenham, right? So we've drawn to Chelsea, we drew and lost to Liverpool, and we drew to Manchester City. So at some stage, you need to start beating some of these teams. I mean, just do it. Ideally, we win the game 8-0 or 8-1, so they won't be able to mention their 8-2 win every time. I hear that. No idea how this game will go. Me neither, because I don't know what Arsenal is going to show up. I think where we've been consistent with results to a certain extent, the last couple of games have made me feel like, okay, we're one team in the Champions League and we're completely different in the Premier League. Who are we going to be today? Are we going to be professional and just win the game and go out there and do our thing and get a clean sheet and play like we have some sense? Or are we going to make it really difficult on ourselves, struggle to score, struggle to be clinical, and give up a late goal? Who are we about to be? I think our performances have been patchy, even if we've been able to get good results. So I have no idea how this game will go. I just do think that this is probably not the best time to play them because it's post Amarim and they have Carrick and now they feel renewed and they're playing a back four now and they've just beat Manchester City. So we kind of need to like lift our levels. And back to this, you're saying we've already beat Man United this season. Yes, we did. But if we're honest, that was not a great performance from Arsenal at all. They pretty much had lots of chances, more chances than I've really seen Arsenal give up against anyone in a couple of years, so, and they lost that game and they took it as a win, because they didn't feel like they got dominated or that Arsenal did anything. I can't remember more than one chance that we created, and we scored off of a Calafiori header that, I think the goalkeeper kind of flapped at, so yes, we did beat them, but, I don't know. Yeah. I don't care about the scoreline, just come out with the win. Depends on if United come to play or they come to sit back in a low block. I mean, why wouldn't they sit in a low block though? I feel like why would you come out and set up in a way that would make it easier for us? No team in the Premier League, I think, outside of teams that really back themselves like Aston Villa or, Newcastle at times, the bigger teams are gonna test themselves and open up. If you watch us in the Champions League, you would know why that wasn't a smart thing to do. So I don't know why United would go away from what helped them beat Manchester City, which was basically sitting in, not having very much possession, and then kicking it long and then running into the channels, because that's pretty much the most successful way to play against us. So if they went in a different direction, cool, but yeah. Let's go ahead and go over team news because I guess it's out. Let's go ahead and check this out. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Hincapie, Rice, Zubamendi, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Jesus. The bench is Kepa, Mascara, White, Eze, Martinelli, Gyökeres, Madueke, Marino, and Lewis Skelly. No Calafiori. Obviously Ethan is gone now, so and no Kai. So cool. That's pretty much what I expected outside of I wasn't sure who would start at left back because I didn't know who was fit. And the striker. The striker was a little bit of like I'm not sure where we're gonna go. Jesus, I think, has earned the start. I've been calling for us to move Gyökeres down to the bench for a couple of weeks now, not because I don't like Gyökeres, but I just don't think that he adds enough to just continue to start if somebody else is playing well. And like I said, if somebody's not really playing that well, and then you say in a press conference that you want to stay, and there's an opportunity and you get a start, you have to do what Jesus did. I feel like Jesus did so well to put it in our minds that he should probably be starting. A lot of people were saying that they would start Jesus. So I think he did that for, Arteta as well. So that's cool. We have players that can come off of the bench and they need to be ready to make a difference. One of the things that I feel like as of late, maybe they haven't done as well is in games where we're struggling. At the beginning of the season when we played against Manchester City and, Eze and Martinelli came off of the bench and made a difference. When we played against Athletic Bilbao and Trossard and Martinelli came off of the bench and made a difference. When, Marino and Odegaard came off of the bench against Newcastle, they made a difference and won the game for us. I'm not sure that I feel like our subs are making that big of a difference in the last two games. We played against Liverpool and Nottingham Forest, and we made big changes kind of early in both of those games, and nothing really changed, so they need to be ready to make a difference. And it's games like today where if we are frustrated and we need something, you can really put like a good, like, I should be starting if you come in off the bench and you make something shake, because basically Eze, after he did what he did against Manchester City, went on to start like many games after that because Marino got dropped. So I just think that players that are not playing need to be ready to make a difference. We have a deep squad for a reason, but recently I feel like we haven't had that impact off the bench. They pretty much just came on and did the same things that the people that came off did. Let's look at Man United's lineup really quick while we're at it. The goalkeeper, Dallo, Maguire, Martinez, Fernandez, Dorgu, Ahmad, Casemiro, Mbumo, Shaw, and Mainu. So I guess Mainu, Casemiro, and Bruno Fernandez in midfield. Dallo on the right, Dorgu on the left, back four. Ahmad up front. No, they're playing a back five. They're playing a back five. They're playing a back five. Or Dorgu's playing up front. No, they're playing a back five. Is this the same 11 that they played against Man City? Let me look at it. Maybe it's not what I think it is. Oh, Dorgu's playing like left wing and Diallo's playing right wing. That's the midfield they are playing it back for. So okay. All right. And then I guess when they're out of possession, Dorgu and Amad Diallo are basically going to be like almost like double fullbacks. This is gonna be a really hard game for Saka, a very difficult game for Saka and Trossard, because basically when they're sitting back in that block, Diallo and Dorgu are going to be basically almost like double defending, if that makes sense. With Shaw and Dallo, which is might be why he went with them because he knows that they will come back and defend. And then they'll just kick it long to Mbumo, so it's gonna be what it is. It is what it fucking is. Let's see. I love that Timber will actually play his normal position at right back as opposed to left back. John says, "Hey Jess," and Burmy says, "Watching Wanyeri yesterday was refreshing. We need more of that direct play." I don't know. I watched it and I kind of just thought that like the way that those games went back and forth, I don't know that I believe that on a regular basis we are looking at the same kind of situation. I think that really like being able to just kick it into space and your players to be 2v2 or 2v3 kind of suited him and suited his style. But I just wonder, like, do we have those opportunities when like a team like Man United today is probably going to sit up with almost like six at the back? So I think it suited him, but we've seen even him play with us. And at times, like he's trying to be super direct. And then he sees like 4 or 5 guys right here and he's like, oh shit. So yeah, I just think it's a different game. And I think that it lent well to his game and he did really, really well. And I hope things go well for him there. But we know we're not playing we know we're not playing that game. We're not playing that game. Does EPL have less fans on the West Coast because it's always early for you, easier to be a Barca or Madrid fan, later kickoffs? I mean, listen, there's plenty of Arsenal fans here. So most of the people that I meet here are Arsenal fans and Chelsea fans. So, we're all up early. I think if you're choosing based on your schedule, then are you really choosing? I feel like if you get an opportunity to choose your team, you should choose based on the players or connection to the club, community, whatever. But if you're choosing based on who plays latest, I don't know who's choosing that way, but I know I chose a long time ago and I was like, cool. I'm okay with I'm on early risers, so it's kind of like it's okay for me. But I can understand why it's really difficult for other people. Those 4:30s are the ones that kick your ass though, for sure. But yeah, make sure you guys are liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Like I said, we're also gonna just have Napoli and Juventus in the corner over here as well, just kind of looking at that game. That's a big game in Serie A and the big game in their title race as well. So I'm just gonna have that on to watch some Scott McTominay ball because he's fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie. He's very interesting and just super fucking random. Let's see. Let's try to find the timer while we're sitting here. Just win, Arsenal. I don't care how you do it. Have some energy. Let's see. What are your guys' score predictions for the game? Do you guys have any? Their game is on now. Let's see. I'll figure it out. All right. Any score predictions, guys? Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think now that you guys have seen the lineup? How do you guys think the game will go? Who do you think will score? You know, because I think they're about to set up in a nasty, nasty block. And they have players that they can come off of the bench and make a difference as well. In like Cunha and Sesko, if they wanted to bring them on and change things. So, yeah. Ew, this is going to be yeah, I'm starting to get annoyed already. And they were talking about, oh, we're gonna debut that black kid. If Arsenal they know about our black kids. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just hate today. I just want it to be over. The worst. Stopping by to drop a like, big up, Jess. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And user says 2-1 Gunners, Jesus and Trossard. Yeah, I think this is a big day for Jesus because he's kind of been working his way back. I think he's been cast aside in a lot of people's minds just because, we bought Gyökeres and, Kai's been the starter for so long now. And yeah, it's just I think not needs to have a big game, but I think it's just a big game for him, if that makes sense. Like, of course, everybody needs to have a big game, but, I think if he puts himself around well, maybe scores a goal, helps us open up teams a little bit better than Gyökeres has, we could start. We could actually start him a lot more. Oh, and yes, the rumors are true. The Nelly fan club can report that several members got pregnant after that pass to Gyökeres. I cannot. I know that was big for the Nelly fan club, that Trivella outside of the boot to Gyökeres, and it was a great pass, and every once in a while, Martinelli does remind us that he is Brazilian, so, yeah, it was a great pass, though, I can't lie. The Ops have won their games bar LFC. Yeah, I mean, we don't really consider them, but Tottenham, they also did not win, so yeah, we just need to win. We just need to win. I'm not doing them talking all weekend about us not being able to beat them. I can't. I just can't. I'm so sorry. Let's look at the top. Yeah, now Aston Villa are back, like, right behind us as well. Yeah. Yeah, that game, those two games kind of hurt us, I can't lie. So, those games kind of hurt us. Those draws, they damaged us, I'm not gonna lie. Not that we can't still win the league, but I think that was kind of massive that we didn't win any of those games while they were playing poorly. Because even Aston Villa dropped points, and now they're just 4 points behind us. So, yeah, we need to get it together. United is always one of the biggest games of the season. I don't know why that is because if you ask Man United fans, they say they don't care about us. Their bigger rivals are Liverpool and Manchester City. So why is this game so massive? Like I get it because in reality, you guys care more about us than you care about anybody else, really. Um, but it's just so funny because if you tell like a United fan, like, oh, we're like one of your biggest rivals, they'll be, oh, no, you're not. You're not. And it's like, yeah, we are. If you guys win this, if you guys beat us, it's more important to you than anything else. So, but it's a big game mostly because a lot of chaos ensues. But Arsenal would do really well to just have a professional performance and play like they did against Aston Villa. I know the first half was not great from us, but the second half was amazing, and we haven't really tapped into that again. After that, we just kind of went back to inconsistencies. So play like you did against Aston Villa in the second half. Be clinical. Play, win your battles. Do stuff. I don't know how to describe it, but just have energy and play like you're confident. As much as we might be concerned about their pace, we have to move them as well. They have a lot of players not great in big spaces. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I hear that for sure. Um, I just feel like we have a tendency to move the ball slower than anybody else I've ever seen. So, I don't know how we're gonna speed up play when, you know, everything is, Saliba standing on the ball, Odegaard getting the ball, and then we're just kind of like, so we just have to play good. Like, I don't know, we just have to play like we know we can play, like play quickly, be clinical, open up, try to score early to open up the game a little bit more because if they intend on sitting back, then they'll need to come out a little bit more if we score early. If we let the game get close and then, it's scoreless in the 60th minute, it could get dark for us. So yeah, we just need to score early. Congrats to Arsenal for winning the league. Which team do you feel can trouble you most in the UCL? I don't know what this means. We haven't won the league, obviously. Because if we don't win today, people will be saying that we bottled it, like, whatever. Um, I mean, a lot of teams can trouble us in the UCL. We're just in the league phase. The league phase is not anything like the knockout stages. All the good teams are still will trouble you. Man City can trouble you. Liverpool can trouble you. Bayern will trouble you. Barcelona will trouble you. Like nothing about the league phase has anything to do with the knockouts. So I don't know why people are saying that we're gonna win the Champions League as well. Like I don't know, but right now I would say like the hardest team to beat probably in the Champions League right now would be Bayern. If we had to play them again with Musiala back or whatever, I think it would be a much different game. It'd be a lot more difficult. So yeah, the first 20 minutes of the second half are always some of the fastest we play. Then poof, speak on it. Speak on it. I don't know why that's the case, but it just feels that every single, you know, time that we play, we try really hard in the first 20 minutes. And then as soon as we don't score, it's like, oh, well, like we're just going to kind of manage to halftime. Like, I don't really get the way that we play at times. It's like, and we don't do the thing either when you score that first goal, then you try to score a second one right after. It's like the natural things that teams do, we don't do. It the only time that I see us like panic and try to score is like if we're not winning in like the 60 like the 80th minute or something, then we'll try to like do stuff. But other than that, I look at this team and I'm like, you guys do know you're not winning, right? So can you guys try to score? Like what's happening? Um the dreaded horseshoe, exactly, like, once it starts doing this at the back, and we're just kind of and then somebody will try to do a long pass, which is just so weird because it's like, there's no space, it would have to be inch perfect. It just becomes like it's just long. Or when we finally get into wide areas and we start crossing it, instead of doing low hard crosses that could potentially deflect into the back of the net, or one of our short ass strikers can like knee it into the back of the net. We start doing the little floaty cross to the back post that the defender can get back and head it out. It's like I hope we don't have to deal with that today. Oliver says an Arsenal and Seahawks fan from UK, so nervous about 2 games today, hate United and the LA Rams. Well, I hear that. If you have to do back-to-back kind of scary games or nerve-wracking games, I feel for you. So I hope that both of your teams win. I'm not a Rams fan, even though I'm from LA, so I could give a flip. I really don't care what happens, in that game. But I hope that both of your teams win today. Big up from Toronto. I feel a scumbag won. Love you and DG's show. Yeah, I mean, DG does good work and stuff, and I think he might be doing a watch along right now too. So you can maybe tune into to both of us. But yeah, I love that show. And shout out to Toronto. I've only been there once, but it was pretty cool. But yeah, let's hope that Arsenal do what they need to do today. If we don't get a goal in the first half, they must go for it in the second. I would hope so. There is a weird pattern from our games, especially the big ones, that I'm not loving, so I hope that they break that. And somebody had the stats up there about what our results are like when we don't open up the scoring with a set piece, and it's not great, so we can't just rely upon just getting the set piece to open up the game. Why can't we score from open play first? Why does it have to be? But I feel like sometimes it's like getting the set piece goal is not just about the fact that it's easier for us to score on set pieces. It's because the people that take responsibility are usually the defenders, and then the attackers relax after that, and then they can do their job. It's like the weirdest thing. I feel like they almost like need Gabrielle to take control of it. And it's like, I just need a big game from Saka and Odegaard and Trossard and Jay-Z. Like, I just need a game where I can look at my attackers and say they fucking cooked. I think that's another thing is, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, so put it in the chat, but sometimes I just want to say that our attackers cooked. And I feel like this season, we haven't said that very often. We've said Gabrielle came up with a big header, or, Declan came up with big goals against Bournemouth, or, whatever. But outside of like maybe 1 or 2 games this season, I haven't necessarily felt like I was like, damn, like so-and-so cooked. Eze against Spurs was probably the only game where you're like, damn, like he cooked. But, maybe against Aston Villa, Odegaard probably had his best game, but I'm just waiting on like a game where I feel like all of our attackers cooked in one game, and it's not just about the defenders coming up with big goals from set pieces. Because like right now, we put a lot of emphasis on our defenders kind of helping and attack. And I'm like, yeah, but the attackers kind of just need to like kick the ball in the back of the net at times, like that Chelsea equalizer had me think we were gonna thrash them 4-0. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Interesting who is not making the bench when Kala is back. I didn't really even think of that or look at that. So I didn't even think of that or look at that. Yeah, I don't know. But if, this season follows a consistent pattern, somebody will probably be injured by then. So, I don't think we really have to worry about it. Roger says, come on, Man United. We will beat you. Don't forget we ended your unbeaten run 49, and we will end your home streak today. Okay. Thank you. You'll just like, okay, cool. Just make sure you do that. Make sure you actually do that. Let's see. See. Did I miss any of these? But yeah, I don't know who will be missing out in the second half of the season or second half, like if Calafiori is fit, but there'll always be somebody else that's not available. So I don't know if we really have to worry about it because the person that's missing out today is Norgard, right? I just noticed that. No Norgard. So yeah, I mean, if everybody was fit, I feel like the person that probably would miss out, unfortunately, would be Miles Lewis Skelly, but I hope not. That would not go over well. So, yeah, somebody will probably be injured. Brad says, I swear the only ones who are just as shameless as us. I mean, it's like, okay, I don't know what you guys want me to say because I feel like we're still the better team. So I forgot all about Norgard. That's the reality. When I said that only Kai and Calla were out, I forgot about Norgard, and that's how it's kinda been, Maybe I mean, I wonder if it's odd for him to leave Brentford as the captain and then come to Arsenal and then not be making the team sheet or not making the game day squads, I wonder how he feels about that. I know he kinda, like, cried when he got to Arsenal and stuff, but I wonder if he anticipated playing a little bit more, but I forgot all about him. Do you think the Premier League teams are making our attack boring because UCL games are fun to watch? I don't know. Well, I don't know, you know, um, because I mean the Champions League games are fun. Yeah, they are. They are more fun. We have more space and stuff like that. I still just feel like a lot of it is our attackers. I'm sorry about that. I glitched for a second. Oh, can you guys see me? Let me know if you can see me. Um, but I think the Premier League teams sit back and we have to unpick the lock and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like the attack can be boring if you have to go up against a deep block. I don't think it's that fun if you have to go up against a deep block. My issue is that I don't feel like they take enough responsibility. I feel like if they don't get the game is not opened up by a set piece, the attackers tend to flatter to deceive. I think the only player that I think of this season that has been able to score big goals when it's been like tighter games has been like Trossard. He scored, I think, the goal for against Fulham that ended up being the only goal that we scored away from home, I think. You guys will correct me. And then he also scored the equalizer against Sunderland. So, or the go-ahead goal against Sunderland, we ended up drawing late. So there's just sometimes where I just think our attackers just don't score goals, just don't. I don't know if that necessarily is just because it's a deep block. I just feel like they keep crossing it and, you know, they don't take shots. Like, I don't know. So I don't know if the Premier League teams are making our attack boring or if we just don't take enough responsibility. Our attackers don't have that, go ahead, like force it. I'm like, force it. Start taking shots. Have you guys noticed how little shots we take at times? Like, even if we need a goal, you couldn't pay any of them to take a shot, So I don't know if it's the Premier League teams that are making us boring. You can tell Arteta really trusts the back line, both Hincapié and Mascara back in the starting lineup following their injuries. Yeah, yeah, you know, I mean, that's the one place in the team that I feel confident. I think they even amidst all the struggles that we had when, we were missing like Saliba and Gabrielle, I thought Hincapié and Mascara did well, even though it wasn't perfection. Like, obviously, they'll never be able to replicate, at least not now, what we get from Gabrielle and Saliba. But if you talk about players that have come into this team and really done well in this past, after this past, like, big summer window, it's really been, like, Mascara and Capier's looked okay, and Zubimendi. I think the players that haven't maybe done as well have been the attackers that we brought in, Madueke, Eze, and Gyökeres, So defensively, we know how to recruit. The players come straight in, they feel confident. They even when they come in out of the cold, they play well. But if our attackers come in off the cold or they don't play, it's a struggle for them to like get up to pace. And the weird thing is two of those attackers came from the Premier League. So it's not even like they have the excuse of like they don't know the league. So we just know how to do defense. Like we're a good defensive team. Like one thing we know is defense. Can we do it more attack? We should we should be able to attack better than what we are. Um we have more space in cups, but also players feel more relaxed. I think Lucas is onto something. Um I think that yes, you can blame other teams kind of for doing the deep blocks and keeping us from having space, but we've been playing against deep blocks for at least 3 years. This is like our 3rd season. We started to see a lot of the deep blocks actually at the back end of 22-23, then all of 23-24, and all of 24-25, and now all of 25-26. If we're not playing against teams that back themselves like Aston Villa or other top 6 teams, we're coming up against deeper blocks. And so at this stage, and we've been able to obviously win a lot of these games still because we're top of the league, but there is an element of it doesn't feel certain. I guess that's what I'm like the way that I feel. I won't put that on you guys, but I don't feel certain that we're going to score ever. I'm like, we could play forever and maybe not score a goal at times. So, and I'll see how many games that we haven't scored in, but it can't be too many. But I know the Liverpool game we didn't score. Both Liverpool games we didn't score. Nottingham Forest we didn't score. There may be one other one in there. I don't know, but yeah, they need to relax amongst the deep block, I guess. Because they don't look relaxed. They look like they're overthinking it, and it's like it's hard to watch. And Madueke has no goal in the Prem for a year, and yes, he scored in the Champions League and all that, but when you're sending Ethan away, I do think that that can make people frustrated that you're sending away somebody that did score 10 goals last season to keep somebody that we spent 50 million on and hasn't really contributed in the Premier League from a goals and assists or like goals standpoint. So Madueke needs to start contributing goals. Everybody does. It's not just him, though. It's really not just him. For people to say that they were surprised that they didn't see a single Arsenal player in the top 20 goal scorers in the Premier League this and I was like, "How could you be surprised?" You don't have to look at a stat sheet to know that our attackers are not scoring goals. It's really more shared throughout the team. Our defenders are picking up a lot of the slack, but, like, they're not scoring, you know? And some of them haven't really had injuries for long periods of time, so they don't really have an excuse for like, "Oh, well, I was missing for like 2 months or 3 months," like Kai or, Odegaard's been missing. Some people have been playing, and they haven't really been scoring. So I don't know. I don't know. They need to today needs to be the day where they change that. Take responsibility. Score a goal. 'Cause I think Zuby scored quite a few goals this season, right? He scored at least 4 goals. Let's see. Let's look. Zuby has 4 goals this season in all competitions and 3 in the Premier League. Saka has 4, so Zubimendi has 1 less goal than our best attacker. I think that says everything that I was trying to say. Let's see who else. Let's look it up. How many goals does Martinelli have this season? I feel like Martinelli has quite a few goals, actually. Martinelli has 5 goals in the Champions League and 1 goal in the Premier League. Trossard. Trossard has 1 goal in the Champions League and 5 in the Premier League. Gyökeres. 5 goals in the Premier League. So, yeah, Trossard has just as many goals as our star striker. Zubimendi has 1 less goal than Saka. So even our like top wing pairing, it's like, you know, let's get going. Let's get going. How many goals does Declan Rice have this season? Declan has 4 goals. So Declan has just as many goals as Saka this season and 1 less assist. Zubimendi has 1 less goal than Saka in the Premier League as well. And I'm only really using Saka because he's supposed to be our best attacker. Now, see, I put in Gabrielle and they're showing me somebody I don't know. Who is this person? Gabrielle Magalhaes. Gabrielle has 3 goals and 2 assists randomly in the Premier League. So essentially, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Trossard's doing pretty well with 5 goals and 5 assists in the Prem. I think Martinelli is doing pretty well in the Champions League. Maybe your right winger backup having 0 and your best attacker having 4 and your striker only having 5 is, you know, and then Odegaard also needs to give more goals for sure. So everybody needs to buck up because the DMs are doing a lot of the work. That just showed me that, you know, Declan Rice and Zubimendi are doing a lot of heavy lifting in that attack, and so does Trossard. What about everyone else? You know, Marino, I'm pretty sure has quite a few goals this season. He has at least 4. He has to. Let's see. Marino. Yeah, he has 3 goals and 3 assists. So more goals, please. To be honest, with the exception of Holland and Ekitike, all of the strikers have struggled. And even if they don't score every game, I kind of hear that. So if Gyökeres is kind of the same as everybody else and struggling, then where does the difference come from? Is it on the wings? You know, is I think like Semenyo had like 10 goals when he left Bournemouth, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check that. Yeah, so when Semenyo left Bournemouth this season halfway, he had 10 goals. And he had 11 last season. So he's going to eclipse what he did last season. And then we know at Man City he has a goal already. So, you know, you could be scoring. You could be scoring some goals, you know, even if the strikers are all struggling. Semenyo's not struggling. Let's see. Did you see Buendia goal today? Nope. I did not. I did not watch Aston Villa's game today. Was it good? I don't know. I did not watch their game. I don't watch Aston Villa games, I'll be honest. So was it like a banger or what? Was it a free kick? Like I don't see it. Yeah, the fact that everybody has been dropping points, but all these teams are still, like, really close to us makes me a little nervous. Banger outside the box, Howe is out of his depth, to be honest. Is that who they played? No, they didn't play. Oh, because Newcastle also played today, right? We're about to start too, so oh no. I'm nervous now. Dead guys, please. Don't back. Oh, Newcastle Villa was the game. Oh, so they lost. Okay. To them. I have no idea. I woke up and just started getting ready for this stream because I had like 20 minutes to get ready, so I really didn't check on anything else. So I apologize for like not knowing exactly what was going on, but I also just don't pay attention to Villa like that. But fair enough. Where even are Newcastle in the standings? They're like ninth or something like that. They actually are still within striking distance of top four, which is actually insane. For them to have 33 points and sit in ninth and still only be 4 points below Chelsea, actually 3 points below Liverpool in that fifth spot. It's just wild, man. It's just wild. Henri at the game. He was at the women's game too. At the Chelsea game at Stamford Bridge. Shout out to him. For everybody that has decided that Thierry Henry hates Mikel and hates whatever and is jealous of him, like that is honestly one of the worst takes I've ever heard any Arsenal fan have. Like, defend Mikel all you want, but like don't be silly. Like, he loves this club. He's blunt. If you know his story, dad, take a little that very like dry kind of like critique kind of way. He's not a coddler. So I didn't really understand it. Okay, we're about to start. It's starting. It's starting. I'll put up a timer in a second if I kill. I don't know why this thing is what. All right. Let's try not to have any spoilers if we can, guys. I know it's hard, but you know, I'm not too strict on it, but if we can, just because it's like a big game and stuff, no spoilers if we can. Wakey, wakey. I hate this so much. The narratives in our fan base make no sense most of the time. Come on, you Gunners. Ah. Come on, guys. Yeah, no spoilers for goals. I mean, guys. So if something happens, at least just wait for me to see it, if I'm a little bit behind you. So yeah. Um and Sendo, if we do lose, I don't know if you'll be able to see it because you're down in 14th. So, yeah, it might be a little bit of a stretch to be able to see what's going on at the top of the table. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Life and death with Burnley. I thought Jesus was offside there. I don't know if he was or not. Let's see. Bad energy. stay far away, and worst game to lose. I always fear this game. Yeah, because it's in like the online derby as well. It's just terrible. When is Saka's last Premier League goal? Does anybody know off the top of their head? I don't remember. Because we haven't scored a goal in the Premier League in 2 games. So, I don't know. Oh, Saliba. Hello. It's a good pass. I'll look it up in a second, actually. It's not that forceful. Well, we didn't score a goal against Forest. It couldn't have been all the way back when Ange was the coach, because the last time that when we played them the first time, Ange was their coach. It cannot be that far back. I refuse for Saka's last goal to be against Nottingham Forest. It can't. Not in the Prem. What do you think? When was it? He didn't score again against Aston Villa, did he? Sunderland away, maybe. Brentford? Brentford at home, maybe? He scored a goal that was, like, really jammy where it, like, went off the goalkeeper's fingertip and went in. I wanna say that might be his last Premier League goal. I can't remember another one. And I don't know if that was Sunderland or Brentford. Frozen, it's cold. Good, yeah. Shamaria, it's okay. We all forget. Come on, guys. Get it together. That Brentford game was a minute ago, you know? So it's time for everyone to rise it. So I'm not trying to just the only reason why I'm thinking about Saka is because I feel like if we're gonna do anything this season, he needs to, the line and attack in general. I am frozen. So far, it's pretty much what I expected it to be. They're gonna be, let's say, they're not like it's not I wouldn't say they're just locked in their box, but they're defending kind of deeper, kind of kick it a little long. Arsenal are trying to probe a little bit, and our passes are going out the end line. Good, Piero. Piero start. Now, why that shot, Deckers? I said I want more shots, but like not that. It's not going to change my life. I will still be here tomorrow, hopefully, God willing. So it's okay. It won't kill me. It's like I don't even get to be, like, confident because there's no Rashford. Because even though Rashford's not there, it's like still. Now where's the pass here? I don't Odegaard has the ball here, and obviously Bruno Fernandes man marking him. I just don't know where he's meant to pass it outside of passing it sideways because there wasn't a pass forward. So oh, is that a good pass? No. Oh, did it go out? Saka kept that in. That was good. Saka started well. He started well, so that's a good thing. Let me try something. That touch that he took was really good to keep it in, and then that little move that he had against Dorgu was really good, so keep that up, Sax. Oh, those are like moments. Sorry, guys. I don't know what to do about the internet right now, so I'm just gonna try to get through it. Yeah, Trossard, I don't sometimes the ball comes out to them on those and they just kick it instead of, like, getting it on target. It's really kind of annoying. Good, Saka. Good, Saka. Turn, Jesus. Go the other direction. Corner. It keeps going down. It's so weird. Yeah. Those balls come out and it's like no matter who it is, they just whack it over. They just hit it. It's like they're not even trying to score for real. They're just hitting it as hard as they can and it just goes straight over. It's weird. Do not do a short corner. What are we doing? Why would we do that? We're so good at corners and then we decide to get creative on the day. Stop that nonsense. Okay, that deflected. Good, Trosty. Ooh, where are you going, Trossard? Where are you going, Trossard? Good, because I thought he didn't lose ball there. I thought Trossard did a little too much there. I was like, just pass it. And of course, Casemiro. Yeah, I hear you, Lucas. It feels like the Liverpool game at home. We just don't create, like, enough at times, like, clear-cut opportunities. I have no idea why this keeps see. Sorry, I had to go out and come back in. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You guys see me and hear me? Let me know if you guys can see me and hear me. 'Cause I had to go out and come back in, but, I I don't why does it keep going in and out like that? I don't know why. It's the worst possible decision you could have made right then. Don't go up there if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. No idea what keeps going in it. It was not doing that before the game did. Yeah, I can smell y'all. Uh, yeah, was a perfect opportunity to just hit it straight across the 6, and he tried to cut it back to Declan, who was marked. This is what I'm saying, like, team has not good in the attack. Like, they just make all the decisions, like, 90% of the time. That was good. Win the ball back there. Saka has the ball, and he was open. Like, y'all need to move a little bit. Like, Tory needs to turn to a goal. What? Put in a good ball. Come on. That's good. Goal. Oh, that's a good save. Fuck. Idiot made a good save. That was a good cross. Yeah, I thought that was a goal. I thought that was a goal. Well, to be fair, it was right at him. It wasn't that great of a save. It was just right at him. So that was a really good ball from Declan. So They go long. What do we do here? Good job, Declan. It's okay. It went out. It's fine. That was a really good opportunity. That goes in, we open the game up, but we have to keep pushing them. We couple of like 10 minutes, you know. Let's see. Yeah, so far that was our first and only shot on target. And it's been almost 20 minutes. So good, Deckers. Oh, Trossard. Trossard, don't dribble in your goal, bitch. What you doing? Fuck, you scare me. Fuck. Jesus. Oh God. Why couldn't we get like an early cross in there? All right. Yeah. Right now, one shot on goal or one shot on target. 5 shots in total. So, you know, we're at home. I know it's Man United and they're a good team, but you should be taking more shots and getting them on target. Should be another corner. Oh no. Is that not another corner? I guess not. Oh, Gabriel like hit it off himself. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but it feels like, and I don't know if it's because we have inverted wingers. Somebody made that point that they always have to get it on their good foot. And that's why it takes so long for us to cross the ball across. But I expect you to be able to put the ball across the 6, even with their wrong foot. Like they're professionals. Like, please. You guys are going to knock something over. I pronounce Eucharist. Eucharist, like, you know. Johnny says lots of nerves. We need to keep trying for that goal, but with a bit more composure. That Magalish header was no header. That reminds me of, you know, I think it was the header at the end of the Liverpool game where that should have been a goal. We should have like ran away with those 3 points, even though we didn't like deserve it. And him and Jesus were, you know, running into each other on that back post. Like any other day, that's a goal. Any other day, that's a goal. But on that day, it just wasn't because we were nervous. You need to get out from underneath here, honey. Can't be losing at the top of your box. Come on. Come on out, sweetie. Come on. Say hello, Bex. Tell everybody hello. Good. Yeah, just get it out. Get it up towards our goal. If we go through another Premier League game without scoring, which I'm not saying 100% we will today, but then it'll definitely be alarm bells because we just feel like a team that's we can score in the Champions League, that's fine, but, like, in the Prem, there's, like, a nervousness or something, and I know that it's like, "Oh, well, we're playing against deep blocks and it's Vela," but I just think that they're feeling the pressure, and they're snatching at things, they're not relaxed, and, it started the day that Man City dropped those points, and then we had to play against Liverpool, and we just had to beat Liverpool, and then we'd be 7 or 9 points clear or something, and we didn't, and then it happened again against Nottingham Forest. There's a nervousness, a lack of composure. Good, Hincapié. Good. Good, Jesus. Boys, go out. Come on, guys. Quicken it. Come on. Playing too slow. Playing too slow. You're letting them get into positions. Come on. Telegraph that pass. Come on. Why are we trying to do a little Hollywood pass? Jesus. Good. I just think if we could find a moment of magic, that would be great, but it's just so hard with this team. We kinda just need something to go our way to open up this game, because the longer it goes, the more nerve-wracking it's gonna be. We're already 26 minutes in, and we've had 1 shot on target, and we're at home. I don't know why it keeps going out. It's behind me. Good job, Deckers. 'Cause, yeah, they just need to speed up play a little bit more, get the ball off of Saliba's toe, please. It's not that Saliba's bad at building up, he's decent at it, but when he's trying to find the Hollywood pass, nah, no. No, come on. Come on. Saliba's doing a lot, and I love that for us, but, like, quickly. Can we find Jesus a little bit? Like, I feel like the whole point of having Jesus is like because you have almost like an extra midfielder or something. Him just standing on the back line like that, you might as well just have Jokeris in there. Like the point of Jesus is he's gonna help like knit the game together. And I feel like we're not finding him. I don't know if they're afraid to give it to him because maybe he's not fully fit, but like, come on. Find a little pocket. They just did. Okay, cool. Get him involved. Yes! Yeah! Yeah! Yes! Lannister? Did he just score an own goal? Tell me that was a Lysandro Lannister own goal. Tell me that was a Lysandro Lannister own goal. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me that was a Lysandro Lannister own goal. Or timber. That was a good cross from him. Putting in a good cross, put in the mix. No bullshit. See, you guys need to apologize. Odegaard assist. Timber! Yeah. They were saying Timber wasn't good in the final third. Hold that. Hold that. Hold that. Talking shit. Woo! Now let's go again. Come on. Right away. How was he not off? Okay, back to reality because that scared the shit out of me. Okay, I need to relax. I was too excited about the goal. Now they're going to try to really push for another one, push to equalize, and I'm scared. Oh, Martinez. Was Lysandro Lannister. Hold that shit. Woo. I know Scholes is going to have a field day with that one because he's been talking so much shit about him in the last couple of days. And to be honest, I think Paul Scholes is one of the worst, you know, whatever you want to call it, pundits. Did you even call him a pundit? He's just a guy with a mic. Good pass. And he said some shit the other day that I was like, this is just ass. Talking about, oh yeah, no, Megs, let's go. Let's go. He's having a really good game. So it was him, Nikki Butt, and they're sitting there on their little podcast talking about Arteta's so annoying on the sideline. He's out of his technical area, which is like, just that they recycle. Like when Arsenal are doing well, all of a sudden they start talking about Arteta being outside the technical area and them us doing set pieces. They start talking about everything but the fact that Arsenal are doing well. And but was sitting up there talking about he would, as a player, he would throw the ball over Mikel and like almost hit him with it. So he knew that he needed to move or whatever. And I was like, this is just so fucking corny. Like, this is some of the worst content I've ever seen. This content is ass, right? And then, nobody said anything because, of course, they're talking shit about Arsenal. That's okay. Oh, Jesus, honey. So they're talking shit about Arsenal. They decided to, then they were talking shit about Lysandro Martinez and saying, oh, he's so short that Holland is just going to pick him up and carry him around. And United fans were mad about that, especially because Martinez, since he's been playing for United, oh shit. What was that? Is he offside? What are we doing? Okay, we need to be careful. What happened here? I don't know, Bruno, you just kicked it out, so I don't know. But that's 2 dangerous opportunities since we've scored. We need to get it together. Yeah, but like I was saying, the Man United fans got mad about that because since Martinez has been at Man United, he's only good ball. Holland has only scored against him once. And so it was like an unfair thing to like be making fun of how small he was, especially like legends of their club, like it's so in poor taste. And I was like, you guys only complain about this terrible content when oh God, you guys, come on, clean it up. Just foul him, Zuby. You only complain about this content when it's against you guys, but genuinely that's like some of the worst content I've ever seen. So yeah, but Skulls will have a field day with that. Okay, they're starting to pop around us a little bit, and I don't like that. They had those 2 really dangerous opportunities right after. They're scaring. They almost scored again. That's 3 really dangerous opportunities. We need to just settle things down. See, yeah, not do the thing. We need to, with the space that's opened up. I just feel like instead of getting stronger, we start to get. And I get that they're pushing now, which makes a difference to kind of have a wrestle control, but to figure out a way to be stronger than the opposite control from us, and they just don't do it. They just don't do it. It's just relax. They're gonna come at us, but yeah, I agree. Oh no! We just gave them a goal. We just literally gave them a goal. Why are we giving them fucking goals? Why would you zoom there? See, we in last 10 minutes without giving the fucking goal. That was a gift. We literally gave them a fuck gift. And all of that happened in the midst of us. As soon as we scored, we just switched off. Of course, you're going to give away a fucking goal. That's horrendous. That's to me. That's all on Juventus. You guys don't even have to blame it on anybody else. As an individual, is to be behind and to have a team give you an equalizer. It's I never know anything about because nobody does that for us. How about I get that lead back? I'm so annoyed, man. Continue on. But gifting them a goal is horrendous. This is what I'm saying, like the signs are there. The signs are there. The team is mentally struggling. And really, it started when Gabriel gave that goal away to Bournemouth. Oh, no, no, Josh, I'm so that was on Zubimendi. Even if the pass was bad and you're reaching, you just have to get it to Raya. Like, I'm not, no. Sometimes it's just that person's fault. Like, I know it's difficult for people to just, yeah, I know. That was on Zuby. I'm so sorry. That was poor and stupid. And when we had about 10 minutes of us after we scored, just letting them back into the game, which has been a thing this whole season. Even if Saliba put Zuby under pressure, Zuby has to connect. Like, I just can't. I can't. I can't. It was just on Zuby. I'm so sorry. Even if the pass wasn't great, come on. And it's like, it's not like I'm saying Zuby needs to be hooked. Like, it's just sometimes it's on you. Like, I can't believe we just gave them that goal. That actually just Hincapié is playing really well. Gabrielle just gave the ball away. See, that's the thing. It's like I'm just looking at people doing stupid shit. Gabrielle just gave that ball away for no reason. And then did this like it was on somebody else. No. And every time you guys give them the ball, you give them confidence. They don't have to work for it. We just give them goals. It's just disgusting. As great as Zuby is been for us, he's done that a few times now. Just have to persevere, like just move on, you know, because now they think that I mean, we literally have, they've done fuck all, and now they're like, we're great, you know, so good job, Arsenal. That lull after we score needs to be fucking studied. Good job. Now, see, we're on the counter. We're on the counter attack. What do we do? What do we do? We're on the counter attack. What do we do? What do we do? Terrible cross that time around from Hincapié. Just quite literally just needs to he quite literally just needs to hit it low and hard across the 6. I don't get sense. You guys, stop just giving the ball away. Fuck. Good pass. Jesus, bad touch. Fuck. It's like it's just 10 minutes. Like, I don't know why it keeps resetting. How did we let him get there? Oh my god. Whatever. This is so disappointing. We finally score a goal, and then we just give it right back. It's just I don't Carrick hasn't done any coaching, nothing. He's 1-1. Just have to guard on themselves. Stop giving. Why did Gabriel just that straight to Bruno Fernandes? Why? Why is he doing that? You're in space, and Rice is right there, and Hincapié is right there. Instead of just heading it down to one of your teammates, you pop it up straight to Bruno Fernandes. Giving that ball away. So annoying. Stop. Like, come on. Fucking ball, Jesus. Good. 4.5, man. We're nervous. It's just everybody that was trying to get into like, oh, Mikel tactics, this and that. The last 4 games or so have not had anything to do with Arteta's tactics for real. The team is struggling because they're this all Arteta not responsible for not being able to trap ball or this is not Arteta's thing. This is them. And it's annoying. Dude, I'm so upset. But when to really earn 1-1 is crazy. Now they'll be risk going into the second half because they'll be so afraid to lose it that they're afraid to try to win it. So I don't know. I have nothing. I've nothing more to say except for you. You have to win this. Drawing to Nottingham Forest and drawing to Liverpool means that this game has to win it. I don't know what to tell you guys. We lost all of our composure for score. We didn't have much to begin with. So I don't know. We had 2 shots on goal this whole time. Not even 1 shot on goal. They had 1 shot on target. We had 1 shot on. I mean, this just doesn't look like a home performance. Like, we just don't have the ability to be way better than the opposition. So everything is so even. What I think is when you play like the way that we've been playing, every game feels even. And if you have a lot of possession and a lot of territory, The game feels incredibly even. So yeah, it's crazy. Go take us a small break for halftime, and I'll meet you guys back here. I'm gonna stream, and I'll be back for halftime. So yeah. I am back. Do this. Damn, I already see silly comments already. I don't really understand like the whole take out Odegaard for Eze thing, especially like what Shamaria is saying. The one thing that we need is composure, and he's not going to bring any composure. If anything, bring him on the wing. So, yeah, but I don't know if Odegaard being on the pitch had anything to do with Zubamendi giving that ball away. So, and Odegaard also was involved in our goal. So, yeah, it's not Odegaard's fault that we're not winning this game right now. So, yeah. Sometimes I feel like nobody watches the game. They just watch their narrative. Like, and there's probably people blaming Gyökeres and he's not even on the pitch. Like, sometimes just rest. Like, to me, after we scored the goal, nobody was worse than our center backs. Like, Gabriel gave the ball away so many times, like, randomly. Jesus couldn't hold the ball up. I remember Odegaard gave him a really good pass and he just couldn't trap it. And it was just hot potato, you know? So I'm not really understanding like the Eze needs to come on, especially Eze did nothing midweek. So until he starts performing when he gets opportunities, he's just going to be on the bench. So yeah. Like what's he going to do? He's not going to get onto the ball. So I think our main issue is not individuals, it's the entire team just kind of shut down after the goal. They got it and then they got super nervous about it, and then Man United started to pressure and then we started making mistakes, and then we made a big mistake that ended up being a goal. So I'm not quite sure that that means that the individuals need to be changed, because to be honest, like we made changes against Liverpool and we took out the players that you guys don't like, and the players that came on did fuck all. Then early changes against Nottingham Forest, Odegaard came out like the 55th minute. All the players that you guys went on, didn't do anything. So I'm not sure that this is like if we just make a change substitution that it's going to make a difference. I think this team is getting consumed by the moment and they're starting to freak out. And I don't necessarily feel the players that are on the bench are any more composed or more mature for these moments either. So yeah, but I don't know. But that's just me. I feel like if you guys think that, Eze is the answer, then when he comes on, he has to do stuff, because he comes on and doesn't do anything and then you guys are silent. He's come on in these games and done nothing, so I'm really not trying to hear all that. It feels incredibly disingenuous. If anything, Marino has done more off of the bench for Arsenal than Eze has recently. And that's why he's coming off of the bench for him instead. I think Nkapie was probably our best player in that half. He's kept Ahmad really quiet. He put in one really good cross that led to the goal. Let's see. Rice was okay. Probably our other best player. Saka, I think, has been good, actually. Jesus hasn't really had a lot of touches. Trossard just needs to hang on to the ball, actually. And they just need to collectively relax. Like, I can't name a single player that didn't give away the ball unnecessarily in that half. So cherry picking out one or two players is just ridiculous. we should be on a completely different level in terms of maturity by now. People are trying to force Eze into being a thing. It doesn't matter that even they know he has been underwhelming. They care more about seeing their favorites. Yeah, sorry. And I don't know Eze needs to come on because if you can name the last time that Eze came on and made a difference, I'll wait because I'll tell you when it was. It was against Man City in the very beginning of the season. So no, he doesn't have to come on. When he played against Inter, he was pretty much he did like maybe one thing. So no, I don't know. I don't know that he needs to come on. Like he's not to me, he's not the answer for a game where we need somebody to have a little bit of, to hold on to the ball and be composed. I kind of agree with that. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that we probably, if we're still at the 60th minute and we haven't scored, or we're behind or something that we won't need to make changes. But I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Marino before him. Yeah, Hincapié has actually been good. He's kept Ahmad very quiet. He's having a good game, in my opinion. That good cross too. Gyökeres is getting up. I don't know if he's getting up to warm up to come on or no, he's just going to get his jacket. I thought he was getting up to warm up already. Oh, composure, Zuby. Come on, honey. Composure. Saka loses the ball. This is what I'm saying. Like, there's not a single player on this pitch right now that hasn't gave away the ball unnecessarily. And it's just like a team thing. Like, I don't know. Gabriel gave the ball away so many times in that first half. It was ridiculous. So between the Spurs game and Zubimendi has proven why Odegaard is the one who gets the ball from deep. He is safe on the ball. Problem is some people's understanding of limited goals and assists. Yeah, I think Zuby, like 9 times out of 10 is good. I just think he's struggling a little bit right now. I don't wanna shit on him too much, but there is, like, a level of, technical security that you do get from Odegaard, and, maybe if you had, like, Eze out there, you'd get more going forward, but at the same time, we've only seen that in, like, spurts. I don't know if this game is a game where Eze is just gonna magically turn into the Eze against Crystal Palace, so I don't know. But he may come on, and hopefully he has, a big impact because right now I don't really see where the goals are gonna come from. I hope people see that Gyökeres ain't the issue. Jesus had the exact same performance in this system. It's the exact same performance. I hear that. I don't think Jesus has been great. That being said, even though Gyökeres he has an issue with the system, I don't necessarily feel like that means that if he just played in a different system in the same Premier League, he'd be perfect. So I don't know. We just will never know. Yeah, I just want to find a way to win. Right now, we're kind of sitting off. I hate that. Where we allow the other team to have territory and possession at our house. Like, we don't just try to win it off of them and gain a little bit of whatever. I don't know if this is a part of the game plan to bring them out a little bit, but I hate it. Let's see. But at the same time, like, even though that was, like, the last time and pretty much the only time that it really worked, I'm not saying that Eze can't come out and make a difference, but I just think that, like, you gotta take Odegaard off for Eze because that's the perfect sub. It hasn't been the perfect sub, and when he started, he's had quite a few ghost games, so we just have to be realistic. But we do need a hero because I'm feeling scared. I do feel like we're letting this get away from us just a little bit. First half, they're kind of popping it around at the Emirates. Another ball where Gabriel gets it instead of finding a player, he just kicks it long to nobody. It's not just one player, it's like everybody is having, like, a hot potato game, I hate that. And I do think that like, you cannot bring Martinelli into a game like this, or Madueke. Can they not win the ball? Goal. Well, that's that. Good job, guys. It was a good goal too, and it all came off of Arsenal sitting off of Man United at the beginning of the half, allowing them to have all the possession and territory at our place. It was just it was coming. Yeah, that's it. They're not coming back from this. That was just the whole way that we started off the second half just said everything it need to say. Now they're doing a fucking huddle and shit. You should have done that at halftime. Pathetic. I don't think it's gonna be a handball. He hit it does hit his hand, but they're gonna say it's in a natural position, which it is. It's not a handball. Ugh. You can't just sit off the teams. They just sat look at this whole of play. They just popped it around us. Zubimendi doesn't get to it, and it's just a great shot. Yeah, they're gonna lose this game. Yeah, that was really, really poor. But why would they start off the second half like that? It's just pathetic. I can't live through it. I cannot watch people, other teams just have so much more intention than us, especially at home. There was like zero intention from them when the half started. They literally decided to give United space and sat back and let them pass it around for about 5, 6 minutes without us really touching it, and if we did, we just kicked it long, and I'm so sorry, but, like, if I was in the Emirates, I would be just as quiet as them because I'd be like, "Hello?" So, yeah. I don't think look at they're running in on goal again. They just I mean, I don't wanna be like that, just but they do just want it more. They got the equalizer right at the half, and instead of Arsenal coming in and at the second half and, like, really wanting it, they're just so flat. They're flat, it's just yeah, they're giving me the ick. Look at that. Thank you, Raya. Raya's the first person this half to pass it to a red shirt. That was the first pass that went to an Arsenal shirt this half was from Raya to, I think, Hincapié. Fuck are you doing? Like, oh, and we also, again, have only one shot on target at home. Like, it's crazy. You can't wait until they score the second goal to take control. There's too much they lacked intensity at the half. And again, United have nothing to lose, but we have everything to lose and they're playing like they have nothing to lose. I hate the way that we play at times cuz there's just a lack of intensity. It's just pathetic. It's ridiculous. So let's see if Eze is gonna come on now, right? So it looks like Eze is coming on, Ben White's coming on, and maybe Jokeris is coming on. So let's see if they make a huge difference, right? They're not gonna give him a red card for that, guys. They're just not. We don't get red cards like that. Ball's on the line. Crash the box. What's going on? All right. We knew it was coming. We were bottle dropped. The health and success to you, JB. You're lovely, and you know your football for real. LA all day. I knew we would die today. Oh, yeah. It looks like he's gonna make like wholesale changes. Arteta's panicking, which I kind of understand too, because I mean, at the beginning of the second half, that was just horrible. So Hincapié, I guess he only had a couple of he only had like maybe 50, 60 minutes in him. So I think he played well. He kept Ahmad completely quiet. So good for him. Jesus coming off for Jokeris. Are we gonna make 2 changes in midfield then? So Odegaard's coming off, and then Marino's coming on too. Oh, so probably what's that fool's name? Oh, Trossard. So wholesale changes off, and to be Zubamendi. So he changed out the whole midfield. So let's see. You guys asked for this. Rise it. Rise it. I'm sure the Emirates is quiet. Let me turn on the sound for 2 seconds just so I can hear. Oh, they're actually making noise. Well, they're making noise, so I don't know why everybody blames the Emirates for the reason why we don't win games. Like, it's because the players. We're getting good. Let's see, 4 subs together, yes. Eze is a better 10 than Odegaard because he actually is the number 10 and Odegaard's an 8. So, but again, he can be as good as he wants to. If he doesn't show it when we actually play, then it's just all based on what he did for Crystal Palace, which doesn't mean anything for Arsenal. I don't care that he was better at Crystal Palace. Like, he's done nothing at Arsenal really, except for the Spurs game. So he needs to rise it. I'm tired of people saying he needs to play and then he doesn't do anything. And then people act like, oh, well, it's fine. He played well. It's like he doesn't do anything. Let's see. Odegaard can have 3 performances in a row. Just can't. I kind of hear that. I don't think he was actually that bad today. But the beginning of the second half was just not good. And that really wasn't on him, but he just took him off. That's fine. Get Eze on. Let's see what he can do. I need to see like a huge difference. I mean, we have like 30 minutes. Like, we don't have to panic, but it just seems like we're either no intensity or full panic. There's never like just the right level of intensity. Um, Arteta has made early subs every game in all the recent games in the Premier League, Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, and now today. I don't know if I think he's panicking. I just think that he's not liking what he's seeing. And when you're like nil-nil, oh, that's a good ball. Oh no, he's not gonna get there. When you're not, I think he's looking for a certain type of body language after halftime, and if he doesn't get it, he just takes people off. And I don't actually think that's a bad thing, because we can't wait until the 80th minute to change anything. Oh, I haven't updated this score. Yeah, I did. I did up oh, no. I did, it's updated on here, hold on. It does say 2-1 on there. There. Yeah. I did update it. Y'all need to equalize within, like, the next 10 minutes, or it's cooked. It's cooked. Let's see. Right move, I don't know about White, but if you move Timber to the left, you render him useless. I would have sent MLS, but the other 3 substitutes are right. No, you can't use MLS in a game like this. Hincapié was literally keeping Ahmad quiet, and you don't want somebody that, is not defensively solid back there. I think, Hincapié did a good job. Good job, Eze. Good job to get the ball back, because you definitely gave it away there. Intensity, you guys. You have 1 shot on goal. It's so bad. You have 1 shot on goal. 1 shot on goal. Poor cross. It's right to the goalkeeper. Let's see. I hear that. It's just like, I don't know, because I don't even think Miles Lewis Skelly, probably a hot take. I don't think he adds that much in the attack. I think he adds things in midfield, but it's not like he's gonna get into those overlapping positions and put in a good cross. Actually, one of his worst qualities is his crossing. So I don't know. I kind of get it that you'd prefer a more natural left-sided player on that side. That being said, I think Miles he's too unsure of himself at this point. So I kind of understand the sub. Let's see. We made the subs at what? The 60th minute around-ish. Still see Man United popping the ball around us, that's for sure. So, what are we gonna do? Does it feel like it's taking them forever to take this damn kick? Shouldn't be taking this damn long. Straight to Raya. Good. I'm waiting on something to happen. We're gonna go through that lull where the 60th to, like, 80th minute, we do nothing, and then it'll be too late. We need shots on goal. Alright. Yeah, I woke up with a bad feeling about this game today, and I usually do have a bad feeling about United games, but I just our last 2 performances haven't looked right. They're barely able to muster chances. I don't know what we're doing back there and why we're doing this passing at the back, but can we create something different than just like we're doing the same thing over and over, trying to force it to Saka. All right. I just wanted us to get by this game with a win. Yeah, I mean, it's just more pressurized now because we dropped points in the last 2 games, so we'll probably drop points again today unless something changes. Because I mean, we have to get level to try to even win this game. Yeah, um, somebody take a shot on fucking goal. Like, work the keeper. Work the keeper. Work the keeper. Lamens has made 1 save I can think of. What do you want Arteta to do from here? Because he made 4 changes, so what else do you want him to do? Put on another attacker? We're playing poor. Uh, I hate playing this version of United. I mean, the Emirates looks pissed, and they should be. Whew. I mean, it's now you guys have 20 minutes. Since the changes, we've had 10 minutes of nothing. Yeah, I think the 1-1 because like, psychologically, they scored right at halftime, and I just there's it's just a mentality thing. I don't think it's tactically or anything. I just think this team is starting to sweat the position that they're in, and they can't seem to get a grip on it. And they don't have a single player that can create something out of nothing, at least up until this point. They need somebody to just come up with a moment of magic and kind of save them, but we don't have that type of player. So I just don't like people keep it's like, "Well, switch this person, switch this person." I don't know how long it's gonna take for people to see that we could change the whole team. It's a mentality thing with the whole group. They are scared. Nothing has changed. Arteta's begging for the time wasting. I'm just like, "Bro, the team, like, I don't know." There was just a time back in the day where if we were down a goal, we would just force that goal into the back of the net by taking hella shots, taking off defenders, just forcing it, forcing it, forcing it, forcing it. Now, if we don't we don't have it. And I just don't see anybody that's, like, dying for it either. Good job, Gyökeres. At least Gyökeres fought for that ball. Crossed it across, nobody was there because he's not there. Score! No. Alright, so 2 shots on goal, correct? Yeah, 2 shots on goal, I think. I gotta pee. I go to the bathroom. Ugh. I can't wait for this to be over, man. All I see is Man United with the ball. I don't see Arsenal with the damn ball. Oh, man. I must be, like, way behind or something because I don't see an opportunity for a penalty because we don't have the ball, and we haven't had it for a long time. If they let if they let Man United just have the ball for, like, 5 minutes at a time, they're never gonna be able to score. This is what I'm saying, like, there's just an element of, like, just keep your shape and just stay comfortable right here. We'll eventually get something, like, you won't. You have to force it. You have to take it. Like, if you don't take it, then it's not gonna happen, so they need to force it. I don't think they know how. We're not forcing them into mistakes. They're so comfortable. It's tiring, bro. I don't know. I haven't seen any possible handball yet or at all, so I don't know. Either way, they didn't give it to us, right? Another cross right to the goalkeeper. Bro, it's gonna be the 80th minute before you know it. Come on. Yeah, that was actually a foul our direction. Yeah, we should be getting the ball. 2 shots on goal is crazy. At home, it's insane. Terry, I know he's just livid. He's up there looking like, "What the fuck?" And they're showing Ian too. Yeah, this is terrible. Try to score a goal, guys. I know it's hard. Now Nani's coming in. He should take off a defender right now instead. Don't just switch Saka. Put Saka in midfield, and he's taking off Trossard and putting on Madueke. All right. I just don't see how that's going to help us. I don't see it. We have 2 shots on goal, Arsenal. Two shots on goal, Arsenal. Wake up. You're down. You're down. You're not even level anymore. You need 2 goals, and you got about 5 minutes to do it. Come on, Nani. All this. Whew, Lord. They haven't had a shot in so long. Come on, Eze. Shoot. That's a good ball. Oh. But it's going to, like, no offense, I know Timber was involved in the first goal, but, like, these chances need to fall to, like, Gyökeres or an attacker or Saka or somebody. The fact that so many chances fall to Timber is kind of like wild. In the Premier League, there's limited opportunities for a goal the way teams play against us, so you need to go for it full 90. I mean, we've been sitting here. Arteta made changes at the 60th minute. It's been 20 minutes and nothing has changed. I told you guys, like, I know some people have like specific agendas against some people, but like nothing has changed since those changes. It's not the changes are not the problem. It's not an individual issue. And I don't think a Zubamidi mistake should be enough for us to not win this game, because we saw when, Gabriel made an individual mistake against Bournemouth, we still went on to win the game. So this is, to me, all a mentality issue. Like, the idea that people think that just switching out players that you don't like is going to be the answer is hilarious to me. We made 5 changes already, or 4 changes, and nothing has changed. We're still letting United have a lot of possession. We're not creating any chances. We've had maybe 1 shot on goal in this whole half. So yeah, they were fouling us. Just go. It's not a head injury. It's not a head injury. We don't have to stop the game. Just go. It's not a head injury. I get so tired of this shit. It's not a head injury. And he fouled us. He's fine. There's nothing wrong with him. Yeah, 5 changes have all been made. So I know you're in LA, but how's the weather for you? We're getting battered with snow. I mean, it's cool. Like, I'm kind of shivering a little bit, but it's like a California winter, so it's like 60 degrees right now. It's kind of sunny. They just keep showing the goal over and over again. And it's a great goal, but it comes from Arsenal coming out in the second half and deciding that they're going to let Man United dictate the game. I mean, Arteta can't make any changes now. They have 10 minutes to at least get a draw, because they are not winning this game. They will not win this game playing the way that they're playing right now. They'd be lucky to get another shot playing the way that they're playing. If they got a shot, I would be like surprised. The way that they're playing. That's a good cross from Saka. Yeah, you're not going to get that. Just get back into position and try to get another chance. It's okay. You're not going to get any calls from the referee right now. Not going to get any calls from the referee. None. So I hope we don't get into that bitching for every little thing. It's a mentality problem. I don't know why it's like we've actually been worse after the subs. People, be serious for 5 seconds. Odegaard Defense League at an all-time low. I mean, listen, I don't think he had his best game, but I also don't think he was the problem like people try to make him out to be, because the people that they want playing are out there right now, and they're doing less than he did. So when they get it through their heads that it's not a personnel issue, it's a mentality issue with this team, then we can start having real conversations, because the fuck is this? Everything is supposed to be fixed now. Odegaard's off the pitch. He's off. They need to score a fucking goal. We can't even get a cross off. Like, come on. Why is Sesko crying? He just came out there. Nothing has happened to him. He got hit by his own player. Fuck out of here. They're just wasting time. No. We have been so bad today. You can't score if you don't shoot. Take some shots on fucking goal. That's a good shot from Saka. Now do another one. Another one right after. Start putting them under some fucking pressure. God. Put in a good corner away from the fucking goalkeeper this time. Score. Now. Fuck. Yeah! Yes! Fuck you! Fuck off! Let's fucking go! Marino! Bark it over the fucking line! Let's go! Let's get a third! I'm so tired of this shit! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Put them under some fucking pressure and they crumble. Let's go! Get a fucking third and win this shit. Let's go! Come on, Arsenal! Come on, Arsenal! Fuck United! They haven't even been good! The fuck? Yeah, your mama! It went over the line! It went clearly over the line. The guy has the fucking watch. It's clearly over the line, bro. It's clearly over the line. I mean, they have the goal line. It's goal line technology, ho. It's goal line technology, ho. It goes over the line, you slut. Shut up. It went, yeah, Sesko. It went way over the line. Fuck out of here. Goal line technology, you bitch. Let's go. Get up, Emirates. Let's fucking go. This shit. They're not even fucking good. God, I'm so fucking sick of it. Let's go. Thank you, Marino. Another big goal for Marino. For all the people that hate Marino, Marino comes up with big goals. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Get another one. Let's go. Come on, Arsenal. Good. And that all came from Saka taking that good shot. We got a corner and we put them under pressure. You have to give waves of pressure. Fuck. It shouldn't have taken this long. Let's fucking go. Come on, Eze. Come up with a big one. Let's go. Shit. God. It never should have taken that. Fuck out of here, man. Good. Oh, Noni. What the fuck was that, dude? Noni. Noni. Right. I'm like that guy in the front row. Come on. Let's fucking go. If you try, you score, bro. If you try to score, you will score. But you have to actually take shots. Come on. Win it. Come on, Arsenal. Oh, shit. Damn. Oh, well. That was it. And that was a great goal. Well, we tried. As soon as he got open and got wide open to take a shot, I had a feeling it was going in the back of the net. Silencer. We've conceded the 3. You got 2 or 3 minutes to try to score one, but all that holding your head and stuff is not going to change anything. But also they waited too long to try to start scoring and try to get the second half. The midfield was tragic right then. The midfield was tragic right then. Marino, I mean, he's just wide open. Oh, well. To let these be the ones that take the 3 and do the 3 goals against us is so pathetic. I literally, this team, I love them. I'm so sorry, but like, I don't know how much more I can take. You guys have to win something soon because this is becoming horrendous. And they're like holding their heads and shit. You need to go and try to score another goal. You know, but Cunha hasn't even been really that great this season, but you guys let him come up with the goal of a season type of shit against us. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And again, we will start having conversations about how fragile this team is right after they score a goal, because we literally gave up goals right after we scored them both times. Like, we didn't even really get to fully celebrate that goal. It's just sad. We're letting them beat us on our own patch. And they've scored 2 really good goals too. You know, like, no matter how bad we've played, I have to give them credit. The 2 goals that they scored were really, really good. So it is what it is. But they took way too long to get the equalizer. The equalizer came in the 80th something minute. You know, it should have came way earlier than that. And then they fell asleep again right after they scored a goal. I've never seen a team like this. They're just an anomaly, and not in a good way. It's a corner. Nice try, Arsenal, but and then they're like, I'm sorry, I know it's not there's 7 minutes. They still have plenty of time to score an equalizer, but they're feeling sorry for themselves. Like, stop feeling sorry for yourselves and score a fucking goal. Like why give up a foul right there? We have 7 minutes. Like, listen, I don't know. Let's see. I agree with Jordan. They need to stop feeling sorry for themselves for once. I agree. The way that they acted um after they conceded that goal, it's like go get the ball and go to the midway point, but they did a lot of sulking and I'm tired of it. Like well, I'm tired of their mentality, bro. I can't take it anymore. They have 6 minutes still where they could score, and I bet you, like, they're not even gonna really try because they think it's over. I mean, I think it's over, but I'm sitting here at my desk. You're playing. You should still think you can score a fucking goal at home. Exactly. Stand up. This is just pathetic. And the way you guys act after you guys score a goal, Jesus, needs to be studied. Yeah, they're just gonna foul the whole time, and this Cunha is just gonna fall all over the place. So it is what it is. We also didn't deserve to win at Old Trafford. They paid us back. That's fair enough. I think they've pretty much deserved it because they took their chances. They had two really good goals. We were a mess in midfield for both of the two goals that we conceded. Um, you know, and it took us probably about 40 minutes to score the equalizer. So, we left it late even for a draw. And then as soon as we scored, we kind of just fell asleep again. Oh, well, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not going to do up the United don't deserve it thing. If they win it, they deserve it. I'm over it. Arsenal just needed to play better. I'm just because I can't even say Arsenal played well. So they literally have 4 minutes and they could, score an equalizer and they're just passing around slow and, whatever. You know, I don't know what to make of this team. Arsenal. Oh, that was poor. What are you guys doing? You have 3 minutes to try to score a fucking goal, and you guys are giving the ball away. This is what I'm saying. To me, it's a mentality. That's the mentality problem. That is mentality. You need to score, and you're giving them opportunities. You need to score. They're too nervous, dog. They're too nervous. We actually let United come to our patch and win a game. That's crazy. Oh, Arsenal. Arsenal, Arsenal, Arsenal. Well, I guess we're doing our 3 games in a row of not winning in the Premier League, right? Because we do it every year, and that's what ends up costing us the league, right? So this is them 3 games in a row, 2 draws and a loss. I mean, they've had 7 minutes and haven't had a single go opportunity, really, so, yeah, it is what it is. No pressure against Inter. Great that we won against Inter, though. Yeah, that was, like, such a nothing game. I've had this whole have to digest this, I'm so over it now. We must concentrate on that Chelsea game. We have to make the final. It's crucial now. It is what it is. You know, now Chelsea aren't losing games anymore either. So, why wouldn't they be comfortable to come to the Emirates and win if United can? That's why we needed that whole thing needed to be over. That whole thing needed to be over um in that first leg, and we left crumbs on the table. So I don't even feel confident of that really. So yeah, I just whatever, who cares? I want them to win, but they need to win for them fucking selves. Shit. All right. Is this the second Premier League game that Arsenal were denied a penalty? Jess, you're cute, but your mouth seems more filthy than some of us man them. Yeah, I don't have the cleanest mouth. I'm sorry. I definitely am somebody that curses on my channel. So yeah. Um, it is what it is. But I didn't see the penalty denied. I never saw that. So I don't know when it happened. I just saw people talking about it. I didn't see it. So I don't know. But even if we were, I don't know. Maybe we should have got it. But nobody's going to be listening to that. So yeah. But thanks for your super chat. Um How impressive is it to score loads of goals as a player in a league that isn't even close to being as good as Are you talking about Gyökeres? I don't know. I don't know, man. I just think we need it's never been more over. It's never been more over. What just happened? What just happened? What are they begging about? What happened? What's going on? What happened? They called a foul on Gyökeres? I don't even know what happened. Oh, yeah, the game is over anyway. All right, that's it. Listen, guys, it is what it is. You play like that, you deserve to lose. Manchester United deserved to win it. They took their chances well. Didn't help that we had to shoot ourselves in the foot after we scored, but the way that we play after we score only makes it easier for teams to take advantage, because we gifted them the equalizer, and then they came out in the second half and actually tried to win it, and I don't know if we were trying to manage it or what, but at the end of the day, you know, they just need to fix up. They haven't won a game in the Premier League in 3 games now. They've played terrible in all 3 games. Liverpool was horrendous. This was horrendous, and so was Nottingham Forest. And we made wholesale changes early on in all 3 of those games, and nothing really changed. So to me, it's a mentality thing. But you know, I don't know. I don't know. They're playing like a team that's not able to deal with the pressure, and the pressure is not even that bad. City are losing so many games and dropping points, and they just keep dropping points too. So good luck to you guys. Like I don't know what to tell them, but listen, I need to record my post match so that I can rid myself of whatever this is. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to the watch along. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. I know somebody gracious greatness gave a nice super chat. I really appreciate that. And yeah, we'll talk again. We'll talk again. Like and subscribe on your way out, and we'll talk later. Bye, guys.